Welcome to episode 4 of Bottoms Up with Colchester United in Sky Bet League 2, our first season in League 2, and boy am I looking forward to it. We've had an awesome transfer special in the previous episode, check it out if you've not seen it already. But in today's episode we play away from home in the league against Barnet and at home in the Carabao Cup against League 1 Wigan. Can we cause an upset? Let's see. Okay, here we go then. I'm really excited about this first season in the Sky Bet League 2 with Colchester. Few bits of admin to take care of before we actually get into the episode, so bear with me for about a minute. Don't forget, this weekend on Sunday at 2 p.m, we have a review of the Aveley save that I'm doing as an offline save. I'm not doing it as an episodic thing on YouTube, but every Sunday, starting this Sunday at 2 p.m, I'm going to do a season review of how the previous season's just gone. So in this one, we'll wrap up season 4. There was about 5-6 games left of the season. And then we will get into season 5 and see how we get on in the National League, presumably, with Aveley, or it could be in League 2 if we do manage to get up through the playoffs. On top of that, please leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, all that sort of good, wonderful stuff. Really appreciate it. Really helps the channel. And if you would like to follow me on Twitter, it's the same, or X, whatever you wish to call it. It's the same as my name here, RadEvilDamo, obviously an at the beginning. I don't post very often, but I'm going to try and get better at it. Basically, I'm going to be posting Football Manager stuff, plus my real life thoughts on football and other sports in general. So if any of that takes your fancy, feel free to give me a follow. It'd be lovely to see you over there. Now, let's get on with this episode. Thank you for sticking by me for all that. So we've just had a transfer special. Now, for those of you that see my previous transfers in the Aveley end of the save, we usually sign quite a lot of players and have to bed people in and all that sort of stuff. We've been quite reserved this time round. So if we go into what we've done so far, let's go back here. And basically, James Williams, we brought in on a free transfer. He's only 16 years old. He's not much of a player, only 2 to 3 star potential. We just brought him in because he was available on a free and he's a youngster. Why not? Then this is probably the sign one of the signs I'm looking forward to seeing the most. Shea Ojo, he's coming on a free transfer. Previously spent 3 years at Brest. I do remember him vaguely from when he was at Liverpool, even though he never actually played for them. And he's a winger, can play left and right, prefers the left, but he's good on both feet. From what we've seen in pre-season, and I'll get to that in a moment as well, he looks like he could be a really good player for us. In terms of the outs on this side of the screen, we have Nathan Brooks went to Rapid. He was a young player, not really going to play. I don't think he's not up to the standard. Tom Smith went for £12,500, £12,250. He's gone to Leicester, presumably as their backup goalkeeper, maybe even their number 3. The fact that they were willing to pay £12,000 for him, I weren't going to say no to that. And yeah, he's left the club, 25-year-old goalkeeper, no longer here. Then we get into this part, once it got to the new season part of the transfer window. Alex Kokoshi left for that club. I'm not even going to try saying it. Again, it was a free transfer, just left, away he goes. He's no longer part of the club. Micaiah James has gone to Via United. He was a left-back for us. We had so many left-sided players. We've still got too many, to be honest, but we've managed to get a shot of him on a free. Ben Morgan, I'm going to come back to Joe Ward in a moment. Ben Morgan, again, one of their youngsters, weren't ever going to amount to anything at this club, I don't think. Then we had Charlie Sayers, very recently has left to go to QPR, and they were willing to pay us £225,000, I think it was, for us, and £275,000. And he weren't a player I was looking at releasing. He was a player I actually wanted to keep at the club. But when you're being offered £275,000 for him, it's pretty hard to say no. Then we had this guy here, Joe Ward, who kicked off in pre-season. You saw the couple of episodes, you would have been aware of what's been going on. He's made his debut for St Pat's Athletic from the subs bench. They've paid us 1.2 million for him. I think we've absolutely robbed them for that. And As a result, the finances of that, we have over £1.5 million in the bank. We were £500,000 nearly in the red by the end of episode 2, I think it was, going into a transfer special. It also means we have about £3,500 in the wage budget left to spend should we see a free transfer that takes our fancy. In terms of the released players, if I can click the right buttons, as you see, there's a whole load of players along here that were released. Burak Sabah, I was thinking of keeping him, but in the end I've decided to let him go. He does have 2.5 to 3.5 star potential. He has now gone to Sunderland, so he's no longer available on a free transfer. He's part of Sunderland's under 21s. So from his side of it, you can probably say he's made a step up in the world, actually. And yeah, if you want to have a look at any of these names, feel free. I'm not going to click into every single one of them. There's not really much point. When we go to our tactics screen, same tactic we ended last season with the wing play tactic, the 4-3-3. Really do need Mingy and McGeehan to learn how to play together. They don't tend to play very well, but hopefully they will be now. And when you look through our first team, we've got Bristow here is a new one. Heffernan and Edwards are still new. Why is that saying Andrews? Okay, I'm confused. This is saying Andrews. It's Keffel Heffernan. Is that a bug in the game? Who's Andrews? And then you click on it and it highlights Keffel Heffernan. Okay, I am confused. Is he known by other names or something? Let's have a look at his information. Sean, okay. Well, that's a bit weird. I've never noticed that information before. So his name's Kethel Sean Heffernan Andrews. On this screen, he's Keffel Heffernan, but down here he's Andrews. Okay, that's strange. Like I said, I've never known that before, but fair play. What I have noticed as well is that McGeehan's not quite fit yet. He resumes full training in a couple of days. We'll think of that when we get to the actual game. Mingy, Morgan, Albie Morgan is their new player, and McGeehan with Ojo's new, Fevrier and Sam Smith. So really, in our starting lineup, we've only got Bristow, Morgan and Ojo that are new players to the club. Down here, there's not actually, other than Marion Holly, who's here on loan, there's not any new players here. So it's been a very reserved transfer window. I am still on the lookout for a top quality centre-back if we can get one, because I'm not too sure if these two are good enough. And plus, if one gets injured, we're then down to Ethan Sutcliffe, who, again, isn't spectacular. But in terms of this squad, I'm pretty happy with it. If we look at the season review as well, the season review has us finishing 4th, which if we finish 4th, we get into the playoffs, and that is the objective from the board and the fans hit for this season. Obviously, we would like to finish above 4th. We'd like to finish in the top 3 so we can get automatic promotion. If we can win the league, that would be absolutely amazing. So hopefully we can make a play towards getting to League 2 next season. So I think that's pretty much all I need to catch you up on in terms of this. If you have a look at dynamics, cohesion's good, club atmosphere is very good, managerial support is average. If we will have a look at the friendly results. We started off with a 3-2 defeat against QPR. Shea Ojo and Noah Chilvers getting on the score sheet there. Then a 3-2 win over Dartford. Frankie Edwards, Jamie Arnold and Campton Sturridge getting on the score sheet. A 4-1 win against Maiden of Tiptree. I mean, we are expected to win these games. Shea Ojo, Jaden Fevrier and Josh Smith getting on the score sheet there. A 1-1 draw against Charlton, which I felt was very respectable. Jaden Fevrier getting on the score sheet in that one. Kidderminster, we won 1-0. Aston Villa, we won 1-0 in this game. Noah Chilvers getting on the score sheet. And if we look at it, okay, they've not got their strongest team out. Obviously, their strongest team were the Annihilators. But Loris Karius we know of, Yuri Tillemans, Diego Carlos, Buendia. There's some players in there. You know, Ezri Konsa came on, Mateo Kovacic came on. So they did have some good players in there, and we beat them 1-0. We've beaten a Premier League team. And by the way, in case you didn't see the last episode as well, Neymar has been playing for Aston Villa. He's retired from the game now. He retired at the end of last season. But I'm still stunned by that. I still think it's crazy that Neymar was playing for Aston Villa. Brighton, we then lost 4-2. Jaden Fevrier and Jeed Mehols getting on the score sheet in that game. And now we're about to play Barnet. We're a couple of days away from it. So I'm going to bring you back after this transition for the game against Barnet. Okay, so here we go. Let's get into the game then, folks. This is the team we're going to start our first game of the season with. We have taken McGeehan out and put him on the bench. He is available, but he's not overly fit, to be quite honest. So we have Sharman Lowe in goal, Bristow and Egbo in the full-back positions or wing-back positions, Edwards and Andrews in the middle, Mingy, Morgan and Chilvers as the midfield three, Ojo, Fevrier and Sam Smith. Now, what I will say about this team is I am still kind of on the lookout for a right-sided or left-sided attacking player, if he becomes available, as well as a centre-back. But overall, I'm reasonably happy with this squad, but I do fear what would happen if we get a couple of injuries. You know, that does worry me. If we get a couple of injuries, we're going to be struggling a bit. So we're against Barnet. And let's get on with the game. It's not ideal having our first game away from home. I would have preferred it at home. But I think we've got a squad that's capable of seriously competing in this league. And I don't want to get too optimistic because Football Manager has a great way of levelling that out and bringing you back down to earth with a bump. But if we can get off to a good start away from home against Barnet and show some spirit against Wigan in the Carabao Cup, you know, put up a good showing. So we're on the attack, put the ball into the box. It's now with Fevrier. I was about to praise him, but then I stopped because he gave the ball away. It's Ojo, Chilvers, Morgan. Oh, it's a goal. Albie Morgan. Oh, it's an own goal. Okay, so it's not going to go down as an Albie Morgan goal. That's a shame. I thought it was a good strike from distance, actually, but we'll take a goal however it comes. We've had one shot on target. I'm not sure if that's classed as a shot on target with being an own goal, because it should only be an own goal if it's not going in anyway without the deflection. So we now have a free kick. Albie Morgan's going to take that. Pinging about. Here's Ojo. Puts it in. Jaden Fevrier puts the ball in the back of the net. It's 2-0 to Colchester. Away from home against Barnet on the first day of the season. Hopefully we can take that into half time. There's going to be another highlight for us. Bristow with the throw-in. It's now with Ojo to Chilvers. Fevrier, his second of the season. I said I was going to praise him earlier on. He's been looking such a good player. Towards the end of last season, the 5 games we had, he looked the best player that we had by far there. And that is a great start. That is an awesome start to the season. I'm happy with the number of shots on target. Keep it up. Absolutely. Here's Egbo with the free kick, working it forward. Here's Sam Smith, and Sam Smith scores his first goal of the season. I was going to say earlier on, I'm not sure who my best striker is. Sam Smith kind of does fit that bill, certainly from what was being used last season as the club's top scorer by a million miles. So he probably is Sam Smith. That's why we've gone with him today. But I'm going to be interested to see what the other strikers can do, because they will get chances. And we're just over the hour mark now. I'll look at making a couple of substitutions. So Bristow's looking a bit injured. We can, not injured but tired. We can bring Clements on for him. Who else have we got that's looking a bit tired? So maybe Fevrier. Yeah, he's on a yellow card as well. Let's not. Right, what I am going to do is I'm going to bring on Jamie Arnold, swap him and Smith over, because I want to have a look at Arnold up front as well. And this gives us 25 minutes or so to look at him and see if he can actually grab our attention. But 4-0 on the opening game of the season, we have to be so happy with that. Going to make a couple more substitutions. Sutcliffe can come on for Heffernan, and Ben Briggs can come on for Mingy. We'll leave one substitution spare. What we'd have to be aware of as well is Sam Hornby. He's in the last year of his contract. He's got a 1-year extension if he makes 5 appearances. So hopefully our keeper doesn't get an injury that keeps him out for a while, because I don't really want to have to give him another year's extension because of the fact he's played a few games. Oh, that was carelessly given away from us then, and Barnett can come forward. They're going to get a goal. I want the clean sheet. Oh, for goodness sake, that goalkeeper. I said at the end of last season that I'm not sure about this goalkeeper. He's got a whole hand to that, and he's ended up letting it go in. Is he really going to be our weak link, that goalkeeper? Right, we're not going to bring McGeehan on. We bring Smith on for... Where's he prefer to play, Smith? We'll bring him on for Albie Morgan. He can play a little bit there, so that'll do. It's only for a couple of minutes. Right, we have a free kick towards the end. Josh Smith. Oh, what a goal! Josh Smith, he's the youngster we played out wide on the right last season. What a way to announce himself as a central midfielder. Oh, come on, let's not concede another goal. 2 goals conceded is not a nice look. It gives Barnett a lot more credit than they deserve, I think, as well. Knock back to the goalkeeper. Deal with it, please. Thank you. Just punts it upfield. We've got 2.5 minutes of stoppage time to go. But if Barnett had played like this all game, you just knew it was going to be a second goal, didn't you? 5-0 and 5-2 look 2 completely different results. I mean, a goalkeeper's actually got a 7.23 average rating. I don't know how. He's just letting 2 goals, and one of them he got a whole hand to. Seems a bit wonky to me. Fevrier is man of the match, closely followed by Noah Chilvers. Which, ironically, if McGeehan had been fit, Chilvers wouldn't be playing. So that was a great performance. Really happy with that. It puts us second in the... I mean, if we hadn't conceded them 2 goals, we'd have been top of the league. But anyway, we're second in the league, 3 points from our opening game, 5 goals scored. Things are looking very nicely. Let's go and play Wigan. Okay, so here we go. Let's get into the game against Wigan. This is a team we're going out with. Only one change. McGeehan comes in for Noah Chilvers, who's onto the bench. And we're allowed a couple of extra players on the subs bench. We've got Marion Holly on here, who's our loan, or one of our loanees. Slovak, 2.5 star current ability with 3.5 to 4.5 potential. Can play as a box-to-box midfielder and a deep line playmaker in the centre of midfield. He can do the half-back if we need him to, but that would only be in exceptional circumstances, because Ben Briggs is the guy. He's a young player, by the way, 19 years old, 2.5 star with 3.5 star to 4.5 star potential. We would really like to see him progress through with us. So Sharman Lowe in goal, Bristow, Egbo in the wing-back positions with Edwards and Andrews in the centre of defence, Mingy, Morgan and McGeehan. I do love the fact they're all M's. Mingy, Morgan and McGeehan in the midfield. Ojo, Fevrier out wide. Sam Smith up top. Let's get into the game. We need to give this chap a squad number. We'll give him number 5. Why not? Don't know if that's meaningful for Colchester, the number 5 shirt, but he's got it anyway. So, carry on your last performance. Wonderful stuff. We've got to be realistic. We're going to expect a defeat here. But we are at home. Wigan drew their first game of the season. Only 2,000 fans have turned up for the game. It is only the Carabao Cup. I don't think we get a great deal of money for the Carabao Cup. Obviously, the FA Cup, we would like a nice little run in that. Get a big team in it. Oh, headers over the bar. First highlight goes to us. We're the only ones that had shots on goal and off goal, for that matter. We're going to have been a bit inept at the start of this game, but they do have a highlight now. They have the corner. Oh my word. He thought he was Garnacho or Rooney or Ronaldo or any of the others that have done overhead back kicks. So over halfway through the first half, we've got to be pleased with our performance so far against a League One team. Bearing in mind, we do hope to be in League One next season. So this could be an idea to show how far off this squad of players is from that. Here's Egbo on the right. He was their top assist player last season. Gets across him, it takes deflection and goes straight to the goalkeeper. So Wigan can put the ball forward. Long ball up top. We get it under control. It's with Bristow to Ojo. Ball over top for Sam Smith. He's through. Oh, he's hit the post. I think it was offside anyway, actually. No, it was a goal kick, so he wasn't offside. Right, they have a free kick outside our box. And it skimmed the top of the netting and gone over. Can't put too much stock in our goalkeeper to actually make a save. I probably am going to be going on about that all season, by the way. So if it's irritating you or annoying you already, I'm sorry, but it's going to happen. It's going to continue. Unless he pulls off worldies. Good ball for Ojo. Crossing to the box and Sam Smith puts it in. Second goal of the season. We lead Wigan 1-0 in the Carabao Cup first round. Right on the stroke of half time. 2 minutes to be added on, and we've seen it through to half time. I think we're doing well, but we can definitely find another gear to take charge of this match. Absolutely we can. I've got no doubt that we can take control of this match. We've been the better team. Let's put another chance or two away and really push home that advantage. Ojo, Fevrier and Smith have really impressed me in these first two games as well. We have a corner. Fevrier takes it. Ball into the box. Andrews heads it in. It's his first goal of the season. It's our second of the match. We lead Wigan 2-0. And we are looking good, folks. We are looking really good. I think this could be an amazing season. Right, substitute o'clock. Let's get into it. I mean, nobody's overly tired. We've got Frankie Edwards not playing greatly. So Sutcliffe is 2 stars. Clements is 2 stars. What do they give us in terms of height and that for corners? So let's try Sutcliffe. See what he does for us. Did we just try Sutcliffe? Because he looks exactly the same. I think we go with Sutcliffe. He is the out-and-out centre-back, so we go with Sutcliffe. Then McGeehan's just come back from injury, so maybe we take him off and bring on Noah Chilvers. That sounds sensible. And it's not weakening the team a great deal either. So we have the ball on the highlight. It's with Ojo. Don't know what he's really doing. He's just running across the field. To McGeehan. So the substitutions haven't taken effect yet. McGeehan to Egbo. To Fevrier. Oh, that was close. Very close from Fevrier there from getting on the score sheet. He's been a bit quieter in this game than he was in the last one. But we are absolutely dominating this game in terms of shots and XG and all that. So Sam Smith can come off. Arnold can come on. We'll give Marion Holly. We'll bring him on. And we'll bring on Ben Briggs as well. So our whole midfield has basically been changed. Again, wanting to give Arnold, I know 8 minutes isn't really much of an opportunity for Jamie Arnold, but keeps him involved, keeps him getting a bit of first team action. And we're just seeing this out in a really good professional manner, and I am so happy with this episode. This episode could not have gone better if I wanted it to. 2-0 at home to Wigan in the Carabao Cup first round. Nice work, everyone. And now I think we can probably go on and see who we get in the second round of the Carabao Cup. The draw should be coming right up. So let's have a look. Obviously, you get some Premier League teams coming in the second round, but the big teams don't come in until a little bit later. Here's a second round draw of the Carabao Cup. So let's have a look. Peterborough of League One. No. West Brom of the Championship. No. Charlton of the Championship. Yes, we've got Charlton of the Championship. So Charlton, I don't think they've got a massive... If we have a look at their schedule, it's about 7,000 they turn up at their ground. Also, it's great news that Charlton are in the Championship, 11th in the Championship so far. So we're going to be going to the Valley for the second round of the Carabao Cup. If we look at the schedule, we've also had the draw for the Bristol Street Motors Trophy, if that's of interest to anybody. In our group is Barnet, who we've already beaten, Exeter, who are also in our division, and West Ham's under-21s. I'm probably not going to show any of these games on camera. I might show West Ham's under-21s, which we don't play until around this time. So we'll probably be back in the next episode, and we'll probably not come back for the Charlton games. It's a bit too soon. We'll probably come back for something like Bromley and Leyton Orient. 2 home games there. So around this area we'll come back. So thank you very much for watching, folks. Don't forget to hit me up on X if that's the kind of thing you're interested in. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that sort of stuff. And I'll see you on Monday for the next episode. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your New Year's celebrations. And thank you very much for watching. Bye.